What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be telling you how I got into cryptocurrency and some lessons I learned along the way. Let's just get right into it. So this started back in early February. I crashed my car in mid-January and I really had no way of getting anywhere, so I kind of was just staying home, really doing nothing, just wasting. So one day I was just watching YouTube videos and I fell into a rabbit hole around Reddit themed videos, like Reddit horror stories. I probably watched about like 10 of them and I was like, alright, maybe I should just download Reddit. It seems like I really didn't know anything about it, but I downloaded it and one of the first pages that popped up was r/Dogecoin. And I was like, what the heck is this? It was just like a bunch of people making memes about what was some sort of coin. I didn't really know much about crypto, so this kind of started spiking my interest in cryptocurrencies, and I just found myself like reading these memes for like an hour. So I was like, I kind of want some. So I downloaded crypto.com app and within a day, I remember my dad was driving us to go get some Mexican food, and that's when I bought my first Dogecoins. I think I bought about $50 worth. It was like 5 cents at the time, and I didn't really know anything about it. I didn't know what was going to come. But after that, I kept looking into other cryptocurrencies, and I was trying to find ones that I felt were more secure. Because I felt like Dogecoin is like kind of like a penny stock of crypto, so I wanted to find something at a higher price that could maybe double in value. So I chose Litecoin around 200. It went up to like 210, and then it came back down to around like the 170s, 180s. So I really started buying Litecoins and Dogecoins. It got to the point where I'd wake up every morning and I would see Dogecoin at 5 cents, and then it would be at 6 cents, and then it would be at 5 cents, and then it would be at 6 cents. I was like, wow, this is like really weird. I saw Elon Musk was like tweeting about it and stuff too, so that also piqued my interest because that guy is like next level. So what really got me like 100% on board with Dogecoin was Elon Musk saying it was going to be the currency of the earth one day. So I found myself starting to buy like $200 every couple days worth of Dogecoin for like a couple weeks. And I was also buying Litecoins. I got to about 10 Litecoins, which at the time was like close to $2,000. It was around $2,000. And Dogecoin just kept going up to 6 cents, back down to 5. Every time it would hit 5 cents, I would buy $200 worth more, until I accumulated probably close to 20,000. And then I noticed this pattern of it going between 5 and 6 cents, so I was like, maybe I should sell at 6 and buy back at 5, considering it's already done it 20 times. Good thing I didn't do that, because the next morning I woke up, it was at 9 cents, and I was like, holy shit, like I almost doubled my money overnight. Like I was so excited, I was waiting for that moment. And this was at the time where early 2020, around February, March, where crypto was hitting a huge bull run. My Litecoin eventually was up to 280. I really wasn't buying any other coins. I bought a little bit of Cardano, and I bought a little bit of other coins that I bought a little bit of Bitcoin just to have a little bit more security too. But I was really all Litecoin and Dogecoin. Now, you guys know what happened with Dogecoin, and once it hit 9 cents, it never really went back down. It just kept going up and up and up. So I just kept adding like a couple $100 here and there, just like I was previously, but I was getting less yield with the amount of money I was putting in. So I eventually got up to 24,000 Dogecoins, and it went from 9 cents to 23 cents, back down to 15 cents, but then 3 days later, it was at 45 cents, and it just kept going up and up and up. And I saw my account go from, I would say before the run started, I was around like 3 grand, 4 grand between Litecoin and Dogecoin. So if I had to do anything different from where I was at that point, I should have just put all my money in Dogecoin. Now I know that sounds crazy, but I could have came out the other end with a little bit more money. So now this is when Dogecoin's around 60 cents, Litecoin's around like 350. Life is good, money's growing, and when you're at this point, it's very euphoric, and you think it's just gonna keep happening, and you think you're gonna be set for life. Because then you think, all right, well, I started with 3.5 grand between the two coins, and then my account was at like 12 grand in like 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm set for life. Like, this is going to go to the moon, and I'm gonna cash out when I'm at like 30, 40 times X. I thought this stuff was just gonna keep going up. I thought Litecoin was gonna hit 1,000 because everyone was hyping it up. I thought Dogecoin was gonna go to $2 to $4, but it all came to a rapid end when Elon Musk decided to go on SNL. Now, I was having these thoughts in my head, and the thoughts were, is Elon Musk's SNL skit going to increase the price, or is it going to make the price fall? And there was a couple thoughts in my head where I was like, I should probably sell before SNL. When my account originally started at 3,000, it was up to like $20,000, and that's hard money to come by when you're my age, going to school and everything and whatnot, and working low-paying wages. So I had this voice in my head that said sell. It said sell. There's a lot of uncertainty that's gonna come from this Saturday Night Live. And right before it peaked up to 72 cents, my Litecoin was at like 380. Dogecoin was at 72 cents. And then as soon as that SNL skit came on, it was just a massive sell-off. And I watched my account go from 20 grand to 15 grand. And I was like, oh, this is just like people taking a little bit of profits before SNL. Like, it's gonna come back, it's gonna come back, it's gonna come back. This was back in like May. Or, no, this was in April. And now it's currently December. I was like, it's gonna come back, it's gonna come back, it's gonna come back. Well, it didn't. It just continued to go down and down and down and down and down for the next 3 months. Litecoin, I got kind of lucky with, and I took my even though the profit wasn't as big as my Dogecoin profit, I bought them around 170 a coin, and I sold all 10 of them for $280. So I made $1,000 profit from my Litecoin. But compared to what I could have made if I would have just not gotten greedy, really would have benefited me, because then I could have watched it go down, maybe put a little bit more in each on the way down, and then further diversified, or just taken the cash and done whatever I wanted with it, being I needed a car. So it got to the point where Dogecoin just kept going down and down and down. I still had my 24,000. I sold my Litecoins at 280, which was shortly after the SNL skit. Another thing, well, with my Litecoins, I was sitting in my bed and I said, all right, I got 10 of these. I'm gonna sell them as soon as it hits 400. Now Litecoin went up to $3.99. And I was like, I need one more dollar, and then I'm gonna sell all of them. When I hit $3.99, that's when the downfall started. It couldn't make it to $1 to get to my sell. And that is one of the learning points I want you guys to learn. Don't fuss over a couple bucks. Like, if your price target is 400 where you're gonna sell, sell at 398, sell at 397, because instead of selling it at 400, it got to 399 and went down. I didn't end up selling till $280. So when I realized that this bear market's going to continue, and being that life just keeps moving even if you're not ready for it, I eventually wanted to get a Tesla, so I obviously realized that was not going to happen. So then I sold the remainder of my Dogecoins at around 30 cents. When I could have got 20 grand out of it, I got about 5 to 7 grand. Definitely more. I definitely got maybe 7, 8 grand out of Dogecoin from my $2,000 investment, but it could have been a lot more if I just was not as greedy. And although it was a kind of shitty learning lesson, I really believe that this experience will help me in the future when it comes to making investment decisions or trading decisions, because I'm also into stocks. But yeah, so I'm completely out of Dogecoin now. Like I said, I sold it for the car, and I'm not done. I'm gonna get back in the game. I mean, not that I'm completely out of the game, but I want to be in Dogecoin, like I do. But right now, I have like a couple thousand in options on my TD Ameritrade account, and I have close to $2,000 in my Trust wallet, which I have in baby Dogecoin, which I think could be the next big runner, and a couple other coins on that Trust wallet. But right now the crypto market's down. It's to about Bitcoin's 56K or 54K. Dogecoin's at 20,000. And I want to get back into Dogecoin, but I'm waiting to like load the boat. It's got to be below 20 cents for me. Because like if you think about it, like I was so used to buying these Dogecoins for 5 cents a piece, I was getting like big loads of them. At 20 cents, I'm getting like a quarter of the amount I was. Not saying that that's still not a good price, considering Dogecoin could be a $5 coin one day, but I am going to dollar cost average back into all these coins, and the journey's not over. But I just wanted to share with you that story. And the one lesson I want you to get out of it is, if you have a set price you're going to sell, don't be afraid to take the profits like a couple cents or a couple dollars below where you're picking, because you will lose a lot more money fighting over the couple dollars closer to your price target. Because I know you want to be right. I wanted to be right. Like I wanted to know it was going to hit this price and get it. But with my Litecoin example, I knew it was going to hit 400, which it did, but it hit a double top, but the second part of the double top was at 399. So I really made a, not selling at 399 was a probably like $1,500 decision. That could be a lot of money to people, or like not a lot of money to people, but yeah, it bothered me emotionally. But it's the name of the fucking game. If you want to make money, you're gonna have to put some risk on the table. So that's my story of how I got into crypto, and I'm learning more and more about it every day. I'm learning more about NFTs, the blockchain technology as a whole, not just looking at technical analysis on charts and trying to buy lows. But I really think that crypto long term is going to take over. It's just a matter of time. So my goal is to at least just have skin in the game constantly, whether it's in a shitcoin or Bitcoin, Ethereum. Like I just need to have money that's in the market. So when these big spikes do come, I will sell. I will not fuss over $1 or a cent difference from my price target. But thank you guys for listening, and hopefully there's going to be a lot more to this story than I've already told. I bet you a lot of you can relate to this, and I'd like to hear your stories in the comments below, or your opinion on mine. So thanks for listening. Please like, please subscribe, and have a nice one, guys. Take care.